Giridhar. So, in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, of course, first we have to take sight of Guru, and then we take sight of Mahaprabhu, who is no different from Radha and Krishna. And then by the mercy of Mahaprabhu and his associates, we can approach Radha and Krishna. And so Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, to show that we should respect all the Vaishnavas, in the fourth direction where the main temple is, the deities are. In the fourth direction, he has the four Vaishnavacharyas. Deities there, Madhvacharya from our Sampradaya, and to the side is the deity of Lord Brahma, who is the Adi Guru in our Sampradaya. And he has propagated the Shuddha Dvaitavad. Shuddha Dvaitavad means the material world is duality, heat and cold, happiness and distress, but we want to become free from that. So we want to go to the spiritual land. And so the Acharyas, they were defeating the Mayavadis who have Advaitavad. The absolute truth is non-dual. It is different from this duality of this world. And oneness is there. We emerge in the absolute truth, but that is not our understanding. Krishna is there, the Supreme Lord. And so there is spiritual duality, there is spiritual pleasure, spiritual distress. And then there's, so duality is there in the spiritual world, but it is transcendental and Krishna is in the center. Shuddha Dvaitavad, he has propagated. So we are in this Sampradaya, Mahaprabhu appeared in this Sampradaya, although he is the Lord of all, he's not different from Radha Krishna, but to show the example, he appeared in this Sampradaya. And after that, there is the deity of Vishnu Swami, who is the Acharya, main Acharya of the Rudra Sampradaya, Rudra Lord Shiva. There is a deity on the side of Shiva with 5 heads, Panchamukhi or Panch Anand. So Lord Shiva is very much respected. Yatha Vaishnavam Shambhu is the greatest of the Vaishnavas. He's a power personality, and in Bhagavatam it is mentioned how he gave his knowledge to so many persons, the son of Daksha, Prachetas, and so on. And so he's a pure devotee of the Lord, empowered as Gunavatar. Is instrumental in the creation of this world after Mahavishnu. Shambhu and Durga Devi are there, a helping hand in the manifestation of this material world. And at the end of the material world, when there's a time for destruction, then again Lord Shiva is there, and also Durga Devi, Parvati Devi. And he's performing a great dance, Tandav Nritya, and then there's destruction. And everything is wound up and entering the body of Mahavishnu. So great personality. Confirmed. Mahadev ki. But the Dev of Mahadev, that is Krishna. Mahadev. And Lord Shiva is also a great yogi, Yogeshwar. But the greatest Yogeshwar is Krishna. And so Lord Shiva is meditating also on Mahaprabhu and on Krishna, Radha Krishna, and from his lotus mouth a beautiful stotram emanated, which he spoke to Parvati Devi. Radha Kripa Kataksha Stotram Munim Ravindravandite
Tiloka Shoka Harine
Prasanna Bhakta Pankajeni Kunja Bhuvilasini Brajendra Vanunandini Brajendra Sunu Sangate Kada Karishyasi Hamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. So we are praying to get the mercy of Srimati Radharani, a sidelong glance of Srimati Radharani. So, and all the great sages, Munindra Vinda, Vanditya, they are offering respect to Radharani, who is performing wonderful pastimes with Krishna. Makeshwari, Kriyeshwari, Sareshwari, Sureshwari,
त्रिवेद भारतेश्वरी प्रमाण शासनेश्वरी रमेश्वरी चमेश्वरी प्रमोद कानेश्वरी ब्रजेश्वरी ब्रजाधिपे श्री राधिके नमोस्तुते श्री राधिके नमोस्तुते श्री राधिके नमोस्तुते.
So we offer our respect to Srimati Radharani. So Lord Shiva is there, and then the third Acharya is Nibarkacharya, and so he got transcendental knowledge from the four Kumaras. So the four Kumaras are also there in the temple. And then the fourth Sampradaya is Ramanuja Sampradaya, and Lakshmi Devi is there, who instructed various great personalities. So just to set the example, he established the four acharyas, that we should respect all the acharyas of the four sampradayas, and actually we should respect all Vaishnavas. So for that purpose he established these personalities, and also here established the Samadhi of Golkishore Das Babaji Maharaj. First it was on the other side of the Ganges, but then there was a flood, and then he transferred the Samadhi from Navadvip to Mayapur here. So Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, his place where he stayed is also here, and he was also worshipping Govardhan Shila here, offering prayers to Govardhan as a devotee, but also worshipping him as Krishna. And so the Acharya in the Gauri Vaishnava Sampradaya is giving love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and especially also as Mahaprabhu, he came to establish Yuga Dharma, the chanting of the holy names, but also specifically to give Braj Bhakti, Braj Bhav, and also Srila Prabhupada ki,
Jai.
and then also so the Acharya, they are establishing, of course, Rupanuga Bhakti. Hare Krishna.
So the hard working,
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Jagannath.
you cannot stop. Christian tea,
Hare Krishna.
but unfortunately, they do not know.
So here, also to show that actually the 12 forests of Braj, they are situated in Navadvip. And so that we will discuss also later. And but specifically, so what is our goal? The lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. And which is the most important place in Braj? Which is most important place? Radha Kund, yeah, good. So, where is Radha Kund? Radha Kund is Radha Kund. Yeah, but where is it in Braj?
In the Govardhan.
Govardhan. So he established Govardhan Hill. There's Govardhan Hill here. You can do parikrama also. So the Acharya, so they have love for Mahaprabhu, have love for Radha Krishna, for Braj, for Govardhan. So they can establish the holy dham wherever they are. So therefore here he established Govardhan, and we can do Govardhan parikrama. And then he established Radha Kund and Shyama Kund. Right. And so, and they're very beautiful here. Radha Kund and Shyama Kund, there are many big fishes here. And it is very peaceful. More peaceful than Radha Kund in our branch. And so very beautiful around. Trees are there, and very peaceful. So very beautiful. So here we can serve Mahaprabhu, and we can serve the divine couple also, and be at Radha Kund. So that is the mercy of Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. So, and then the Samadhi of Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada is there also. Actually, he left his body in Calcutta, and then the disciples, they said, the senior devotees, senior disciples, some of them said, oh, our Gurudev left, so we'll do the Antim Samskar in Calcutta, burning the body and putting in the Ganges River. And then one of the other devotees was saying, no, this is not possible. How, why we should burn the body, the transcendental body of our Gurudev? No, we should take his transcendental body and we should bring his body to Navadvip, to Mayapur, where he stayed, and then we can worship him there also. And some they were saying, no need to do that, but then he was very strong. That was Bhakti Pikyan case of Maharaj, Prabhupada Sannyas Guru. And so then he convinced the other senior devotees and said, yes, you are right, so we will do that. And so then they arranged one train from Calcutta Howrah station to Krishnanagar, a full train for all the devotees and for the transcendental body of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And they brought him to Krishnanagar, and then with some vehicle they brought him here, and then they had a Samadhi ceremony here. And so we can take darshan, and we took darshan of the Samadhi here, and we can pray to him and ask for his blessing. Srila Prabhupada, one time he told his disciples that the Grand Spiritual Master is more merciful than the Spiritual Master. Why? Because the father, just like the father, sometimes he is telling the child do this and that, and sometimes don't do this, not good, or slapping maybe even the child or the disciples if it's a nonsense, pulling by the ear, what are you doing? But the grandfather is always nice. He'll say, yes, you want something? Here, take some sweets. So like the grandfather, so the Grand Spiritual Master is also always very, very merciful. So therefore we pray to Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada to bestow his blessings upon us. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण का महाप्रसाद है।
Jai,
आपको लग रहा था मैं आपसे मिला था
हाँ जी,
गोधूम की पूजा।
हाँ गोधरूम जी,
मिले थे।
हाँ, याद है,
और जो याद है वृंदावन के पुजारी है ना,
हाँ जी,
याद है जर्मनी से गुजरे आप।
स्विट्जरलैंड,
हाँ अब वृंदावन पर 35 ईयर से पुजारी हूँ बताए थे मेरे को। याद है मैं रहता हूँ मैं भी रहता हूँ।
Jagannath Mahaprasad ki jai. Okay, so it's before that, you understand? It's okay? Now you know perfect English?
No.
No, but enough. Okay, we understand Krishna Krishna. Yeah, good. Okay. Govinda? Hindi? Hindi, थोड़ा बहुत. Radhe Radhe. So before that, so the first place was Yoga Pit. So Yoga Pit means a meeting place of the divine couple, or the meeting place of Mahaprabhu. So that is the place where Mahaprabhu appeared as the son of Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra. So first, actually, by the influence of time, most of the inhabitants of Mayapur, Navadvip, they did not know exactly where is the appearance place of Mahaprabhu. They thought it is in Navadvip. But he was not convinced, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so he did some research, and he was staying in Godrum Dvip. Godrum Dvip, you will go maybe tomorrow or day after. And from there, so he was staying in Swarari Kunj, and nearby he had a place where he was also writing and doing some official work, and that is known Swananda Sukhada Kunj. So from there he had a vision, he saw some light And he felt this is the appearance place of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he consulted the different maps and scriptures. And then he thought, let me ask Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. And today is the disappearance day of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki. So this evening we will go there and take darshan. So Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, at that time he was 140 years old. 140 years old. So we hope that we can live up to 100, which is even difficult, but he was 140 years old. And and when you're old, then the body is like this. Otherwise, we are like this. But he's 20 and still his body is always like this. He should sit like this, always like this. Like old man. He's only 18 years old. He should sit like this.
18 years हो गया
18,
17
17 and a half. But he should be like this, walk like this, sit like this. Brahmachari. Not only go by bike and scooty, walk a little bit, do some exercise. Otherwise, when you're 50, you'll be already like this. But Jagannath Das, he was 140, then he was like this. And here the eyelids and the eyebrows, they were going above. So they had to sometimes pull his eyelids up so he could see something. And so he could not walk anymore. 140. So then one servant was there, he was keeping him in a bucket. Kya naam?
Bihari.
Bihari. And so he was taking him. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur thought, let me, he's a great personality. Siddha Mahapurush, he realized so. He was doing bhajan in Vrindavan, also in Braj, near Surya Kund. There's one Surya Dev temple where Radharani goes every day to do puja for Surya Dev to be able to meet Krishna because they are from Surya Vangsha. So Jagannath Babaji was there for many years and then he thought, difficult place, Braj, to do bhajan. It is, we do bhajan is nice, but still it is difficult. Let me go to Mayapur because Mahaprabhu is more merciful than Krishna. Maybe I can get Krishna praying. So he went to Mayapur and also in Navadvip he stayed there and actually left his body there. So his samadhi is there, we will see. So he was 140 years old and Bhaktivinoda Thakur thought, let me bring him and to confirm. So he was brought there and then he felt that, and he realized this is the appearance day of Mahaprabhu. And he jumped out of the balcony and said, Hari Bol, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga,
Gauranga.
So it was confirmed that this is the appearance place of Satchinandana Gaura Hari. And so then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so he established Rupanuga Dhara deities there, and also Lakshmi, Nrsingadev deities are there. And then he asked his son, Vimal Prasad, who became Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to make a temple there with deities of Radha Krishna also. And so then he established Mahaprabhu and Radha Madhav, and then also, of course, Mahaprabhu and Lakshmi Priya and Vishnu Priya, and then Panchatattva there also. And so that is an important place also. And there's one, just like the Shama Kund and Radha Kund, so there's one Gaur Kund there, Gaur Kund. And Mahaprabhu, what is the meaning of Gaura? Govinda Radha, Gora. Gora is Govinda Radha. So, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayanya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is no different from Radha Krishna. Radha Bhava Duty Samhitam Nomi Krishna Sarupam. So it's Krishna Sarup, but he came with the bhav and lust of Srimati Radharani. Antar Krishna Bhai Gaura. It was by Jiva Goswami from Satsandarbhas. Dashitan Gadi Vaibhavam Akali Yugyasya Kali Sankitanasya Sma Krishna Chaitanya Ashritaha. I take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. So his inside is blackish because he's Krishna, outside is golden because he's Srimati Radharani with the bhava and lust of Radharani. And he has come with his associates. And so he has established the Yuga Dharma, the chanting of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And so Sri Krishna Chaitanya, so he came with his associates, and so that is also mentioned in the Bhagavatam just today. We were saying one verse, one shloka. Krishna avananti sa Krishnan sangopangas tapastadam yagya sankita paya yajanti medasa simhisu medasa. So this verse we should know by heart, you know, by heart? Not yet? Okay. You know? Okay, good. You know? No? Okay. You know the verse?
I can repeat with someone.
Okay, you can repeat with someone.
I've heard before, but now I forgot.
Okay, okay. So this nice verse to remember every day. A very important verse from Bhagavatam to establish that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord. He's no different from Krishna. And he came in the age of Kali to establish the Yuga Dharma Sankirtan. And those Sumedasaha, those who are intelligent, those who are fine, Medasa, Meda means intelligence, those who have fine intelligence, they will worship Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this shlok, you can see the acharyas in our sampradaya, when they're writing books, usually there's some shlokas, Mangalacharan shlokas, invocation verses are there. What is the book about? What is the Mangalacharan verse? Has three things. One is Vishai, what is the object of the book or the person? And the other one is Namaskar, offering obeisances, and the third one is Ashirvad. Everyone wants Ashirvad? You want some Ashirvad, blessings? Who wants blessings?
Yes.
Blessing, nahi chahiye? Chahiye. So then they have verses of Mahaprabhu. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he took the 3 lines of this verse, Krishna Vanatisa Krishnang Sangapankasta Pasadam Yagya Sankitana Prayar Bhajani Kali Pavanaha. I'm worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the purifier of the age of Kali. So that is from his book Bhajan Rahasya. You want to do bhajan? Then it's a good book to read. Then you will learn how to do bhajan. But first you have to read Bhagavad Gita. You finish Bhagavad Gita?
2-3 times.
2-3 times. Bhagavatam? Where are you?
First canto.
First canto, okay. Chaitanya Chaitamrita? Not yet. Okay.
Heard from you.
Okay, you heard from me. Okay. Upadeshamrita, you read?
4 times, Guru.
4 times, very good. Nectar of Devotion?
2 times, Guru.
2 times, very good. Okay, and then you can read these other books, and once you have read all of Prabhupada's books many times, then you may read or hear other books also. Bhajan Rahasya, how to advance also from Shraddha to Prem. 8 chapters are there. So in each chapter he's writing his 1 verse of Shikshashtakam, and then many other verses to establish the different processes or different stages of bhakti to Prem, from Shraddha to Prem. You know Shraddha to Prem? No? Shraddha and then what? Sadhu Sang, and then? Bhajana Kriya, and then? Anartha Nivritti, and then? Nishtha, then? No. Ruchi. No, Asakti. And then Bhav and Prem. So we have to, like you go to school, right? Finish your school, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 10th, 12th, then college. So same is, this is school of bhakti, from Shraddha to Prem. So slowly but surely we have to see that we can advance. So this book is giving some tips. And so the 8 shlokas of the Shikshashtakam are there. And then so about Krishna Lila also, Ashtaka Lila, some shlokas are there, because ultimately we should always remember Radha Krishna and their pastimes. So these verses are there in glorification of Mahaprabhu. So these are important verses. So this we can learn this verse That will be helpful. And so then afterwards, after Yoga Pit, we went to Shiva's Angan. Shiva's Angan, the garden of Shiva's Pandit, they stayed there. And, yeah, courtyard, yeah. Garden is there also. Courtyard and so every day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go there. To do what?
Sankirtan in Kaliuga is the Rasasthali.
But first what is there? First Artik is there.
Gaur
Artik. So
Gaur Arti.
that is there every day. But here we usually do 6:30, 7 o'clock. And then because we have to take rest right at 10 o'clock. So we can get up at 4 o'clock for Mangalarti. But in Gaur Leela, the associates, they take rest very late. They chant and dance till midnight. And then they get up at 3:30. Very little sleep. So the Gaura Artik there is actually maybe 8:30. They do Artik. Sometimes in this world, Lord Brahma is coming, or Lord Shiva doing Artik. Sometimes the associates of Mahaprabhu. And then after the Artik, Mahaprabhu is standing up with his arms up and dancing very softly and chanting Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then for half an hour chanting and dancing softly. After 1 hour chanting very vigorously and very loudly and dancing also very ecstatically. And after 3 hours, they're chanting and dancing like madmen till 1 o'clock at night. And then they're a little bit tired, transcendently tired, and it's time to take rest. So they go home at 1 o'clock at night and they take a little rest till 3:30 and they get up and take a bath and again. So sleeping very little, Mahaprabhu and the associates. So that was going on there, chanting and dancing every night. So one time, Muslims, they were disturbed. Actually, the Brahmanas were sometimes disturbing devotees, even nowadays. Or these devotees of Mahaprabhu, they're chanting. They're making so much noise at night time, we cannot sleep because they're chanting Hare Krishna. But they could do nothing. And they did not understand that Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord. So they complained to Chankasi, to Muslims. Oh, these devotees of Mahaprabhu, they're creating trouble. And the Hindus, they're complaining to Muslims. Do something, because they were in charge. Chankasi. So he sent his man, okay, you break the Mridanga. Mridanga, the call. So they broke the Mridanga. So this there, you saw?
Yes.
Broken Mridanga. And the devotees, Mahaprabhu, they came to Mahaprabhu crying. Mahaprabhu, the Muslims, they broke our Mridanga. And we worship Mridanga. You know, who plays Mridanga here? You play? No? Nobody plays Mridanga?
I play.
You play? So before you play, what do you do?
Pranam to
Pranam to Mridanga, huh? An expansion of the Lord, of Balaram, of Nityananda. Shlokas are there also. Yeah. So they were so much devastated. Oh, they broke Mridanga. They're crying. Mahaprabhu said, don't worry, we will do something. We'll do civil disobedience. We don't agree with the Chankasi. And we'll do something. At evening time, we'll all come together with some torch, with
Masal.
masal.
In Hindi, masal.
In Hindi, mashal. Mashal. Okay, mashal. Huh?
Mashal.
Okay. Okay, so they had this torch. And then they were doing kirtan. And we go to Chankasi's house. But they were afraid and said, don't worry. Because Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan. Swayam Bhagavan. Avatar is the source of all incarnation. Swayam Bhagavan. See Krishna. Only Krishna is addressed as Swayam Bhagavan and Mahaprabhu. Swayam Bhagavan. And even here one time he manifested the form of Nrsingadev. Anyhow, so they went there with Kirtan and they went to Chandkaji's house. Chandkaji usually proud and powerful, but he was humble. And so invited Mahaprabhu and his associates and humbly told them to sit and we'll discuss something. And they saw he's so humble. And then he said, yeah, something happened last night. What happened? I was sleeping. A kind of dream was there. And one person came, half man, half lion. You know half man, half lion? Nrsingadev Bhagavan ki. Half man, half lion came. And he told me, careful. One more time you disturb the devotees, I will tear apart your chest. Like Nrsingadev was doing to Hiranyakashipu. And so I became very much afraid. He was still half shaking. So therefore I decided to respect all the devotees, and Mahaprabhu simply smiled, and the devotees, Jai, 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 Jai Nrsingadev. And then they were discussing the scriptures also. And so Mahaprabhu told them also not to eat meat and that we should live peaceful together and we should worship the Lord. You may worship Allah, but then you glorify the Lord and be nice to other people also. And so a devotee of the Lord should always be nice to others also. Not think we are the only one worshipping the Lord. Nobody else. Like the Christians, we are the only one worshipping God. And sometimes even in institution, we are the only one who are properly worshipping God. No, we should respect all. Even they may have a different opinion, or for Sampradayas, that's what Bhaktisiddhanta established. We should worship all, or respect all Vaishnavas. Anyone who is worshipping God should be respected. That Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written in his book Jaiva Dharma also, that we should respect anyone who is worshipping the Lord. Even the Muslims who are true Muslims, they will respect others also. So we should be respectful. And so then Chandkaji said, yes, from now on, we will not disturb anyone. I promise that anyone who is born in my dynasty will always respect the devotees of Mahaprabhu, the devotees of Krishna. And up to this day, so the descendants of Chandkaji, they are respecting the devotees. And the samadhis there are also of Chandkaji. So that is there in Shiva Sangam. And then also, if you go a little further, Advaita Bhavan. So Advaita Charya, he had two houses. One was in Chantipur, mostly was staying in Chantipur, which is maybe 30 kilometers from here. Another place was there, next to Shiva's Angam. And there he was worshipping Shaligram Shila, had one Shaligram. Anyone has Shaligram? Who has Shaligram? You have Shaligram, okay. You worshipping? Okay, good. You also, right. You also. Okay, you also. Okay. Okay. Small boy and worshipping Shaligram. Good, huh? Fortunate. So he was worshipping Shaligram. How? With water from the Ganges and then offering tulsi leaves also. And of course offering some bhoga, offering dhoop, incense and deep, ghee lamp. And then, and he was praying. He was Advaita Charya, he's an Acharya, great personality. He's an incarnation of Mahavishnu and Sadashiv. Mahavishnu, the Lord. Sadashiv is actually, there's a Sadashiv, in the spiritual world is a Vishnu Murti, and is the origin of Lord Shiva, Sadashiv, and Mahavishnu. So incarnation of Mahavishnu and Sadashiv and Lord Shiva. So great personality, and so powerful. And so he was preaching about God consciousness. And so he's like a Yuga Avatar. But then he saw people are so degraded in this age of Kali now, and even in Navadvip, so many Smarta Brahmanas. And so I'm not able to convince the people to worship Krishna nicely. So therefore I'm praying and he was praying for the Lord to come himself. And it's mentioned because of his prayers, and he had a friend. Who was his friend? Haridas Thakur. Namachari Haridas Thakur ki. He was chanting many rounds, even before he met Mahaprabhu. How many rounds? 3 lakhs.
3 times
1
64.
lakh is 64. Anyone chanting 64 rounds? 64 rounds? Sometimes on Ekadashi.
Ekadashi only.
Me too on Ekadashi. Other times you are busy. But so he was chanting 3 times 64. And so, anyone chanting 16 at least? 16
Yes.
rounds, everyone? 16? Yeah. Radhika, 16? Okay, sometimes. Okay. So, 3 times 64. So he was also calling for the Lord to appear, because not so many devotees were there at that time. Bhakta devotee. Only smarta brahmanas who were materialistic. And so because of the prayer, but also because of his own sweet will, he appeared in this world, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to relish the love of Srimati Radharani, pranaya, and to experience the bliss of Srimati Radharani, the loving exchange of Krishna. But then to give the Yuga Dharma, the chanting of the holy names, and Braj Bhakti. So that is there. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful, and so by the Acharya's mercy, Advaita Acharya also, he appeared, and also Gadadhar was staying there, very dear associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is a manifestation of Srimati Radharani. So Gadadhar Pandit ki, Advaita Acharya ki, Satyanandana Gaura Hari ki, Nityananda Prabhu ki, Shivas Pandit ki, Shri Rupa Goswami Pad ki, Shri Narottam Das Thakur ki, Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki, Shri Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki, Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Shri Prabhupada ki, Shri A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Shri Prabhupada ki, Go Premanande, Hari Hari. Jai Jai Sisi Radhe. Hare Krishna.
राधा कुंड से
Radha Kund
दर्शन करा थे
Shama.
भक्तों
Yeah, Radha Kund Shama Kund, yeah.
भक्ति सिद्धांत प्रभुपाद जी सतकोटि नाम यज्ञ भी किए थे वो जो यहाँ
Yeah, yeah. Hare Krishna.
बाइक से भी जाने क्या बाइक